Well, the two islands involved in the Birdman competition start to fade away, and Rapa Nui itself starts to fade back to the horizon here. Prince Diamond's on the way to Pitcairn Island on a beautiful day with some nice soft winds, about 12-15 knots behind us, only about 10 knots apparent. We should get there about April 11th or 12th perhaps. Today is April 2nd. Yeah, it's pretty well the end of the first day on the way to Pitcairn. It promises to be a pretty nice passage. If things go as planned, it's supposed to be basically like this almost all the way. Definitely going to be a run anyway. That's what we like. Well, it is April 4th, 2016, and you can see what we've been putting up with for the last few days. Very light winds. We're motoring. We haven't been able to do any really consistent sailing except a little bit on the first day. We're on the way from Rapa Nui to Pitcairn Island. And it's Tequila Day here on Prince Diamond. We've got Jose Cuervo out here helping to stoke the fires. It was my laundry day. My laundry is out here almost dry. Most of it is dry. I've been enjoying my underwear brushing my head. It's been great. And this is the most comfortable sailing we've done in a long time. Unfortunately, we can't be sailing. We're motoring. You know, I tried to get the asymmetric on the main up earlier, but that was a complete bust, and I had to take them down. It was a bit of a brief gust of wind that looked good. Didn't last. So we're about something just around 900 nautical miles from Pitcairn. Looking forward to landing there. The boats at Rapa Nui that had been to Pitcairn before had not been able ever to land there because of the high swells. It's a difficult island to get ashore on, but I think that we might do all right this time because the winds are going to be very light. We're hoping for 10 knots out of the south in about 2 days. So hopefully we'll be able to have a little bit more sailing than we've been able to do so far. But for now, we'll have Jose Cuervo consolating us for our lack of sailing and Panama beer here. And perhaps an escudo or something over there. Yes, an escudo over there from Chile. And we're gonna just carry on.
And this is the life.
Yes, this is like reading about our upcoming landfalls in the Marquesas. But after Pitcairn will be the Gambier Islands, Rickettsia in Mangareva. And then non-stop with a couple of jogs to get by the Tuamotus Islands, up into the Marquesas to Fatuhiva. And we're looking forward to doing that and moving on, all the time moving on and seeing some of the most beautiful islands that they have in French Polynesia, eventually. So, well, after 12 days at sea, if I'm not mistaken, on a very slow passage with all kinds of squalls and calms and winds from the wrong direction, and last night 30 knot squalls going through. You can see Pitcairn now rising up out of the mist. It's quite exciting. We're not going to be able to go ashore because it's just not possible to land on Pitcairn when the winds are out of the north, and by God we have winds out of the north, so yeah, that's just not going to be possible. But anyway, we'll pass by and we'll call him on the radio and say hello. I don't want to open up this flap on the Dodger and possibly get the camera wet. There is a lot of spray flying around, but I hope you can see that. Pitcairn Radio, Pitcairn Radio, Pitcairn Radio, the Canadian sailboat Prince Diamond, Prince Diamond.
Prince Diamond, Pitcairn Islands, go ahead.
Yes, hi, do we have a working channel?
Let's put on channel 14, please.
14, Roger.
Prince Diamond, Pitcairn Islands, go ahead.
Yes, good morning. We were hoping to drop by and say hello, but I'm assuming that your anchorages are all unusable with this north wind. Is that correct?
Well, Bouty Bay is definitely out of the question, but I wouldn't have a clue what the swells would be like on the south or even the western side of it.
Okay, I understand. We are not going to be able to hang around and wait for the weather to moderate. We're in kind of a rush, so I think we're probably going to have to just sail on by if there is some question about being able to get ashore.
Yeah, well, on the south side, you definitely can't land on that side, and I'm not too sure if it's able to land in the west Bounty Bay, I guess, is out of the question, even though I haven't been down to the harbour side this morning.
Roger, yeah. I'm just assuming from the way the winds are that the western anchorage might also be pretty bad, because it's sort of exposed to the north also, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty close around. It might be out of the question.
Okay, well my name is Brian Domander, and who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Charlie Warren here, Deputy Mayor for Pitcairn. And yes, we have been expecting you. A friend has been tracking ships and yachts on the tracker, and we were expecting you, over.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I was really hoping to come ashore and take a look at things. I've always been very fascinated by the history of the Bounty Beauty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you would have enjoyed it if you could get in and walk around. And, pity that we can't get you ashore, but, of course, if you want to, cruise around, please do so.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to continue on and just make tracks for Mangareva. We're kind of behind schedule, and I have a crew member who has to catch a plane in Tahiti, and I usually hate to try to stick to schedules like that, but really don't have any choice this time, so we've got to try to make up a little time when we can, because this was a terrible passage for us from Rapa Nui to here. It was just contrary winds and calms, and now this nonsense that went on since yesterday.
Yeah, okay, totally understand. And how many on board?
Just the two of us, me and my friend.
Okay then, well you have a great sail on the Mangareva, and bye-bye from Pitcairn, and never know, maybe you'll come around our way again and the weather's more favourable.
Yeah, I hope so. So you have a good day, and Prince Diamond will be going back to Channel 16.
Pitcairn Island on 16.
It's amazing how tall an island it is. That's the first thing that strikes you when you see it. They say the road up from Bounty Bay is switchback, and you can believe it. It's a very steep hill there. That open area that you see, the brownish open area, that's over top of Bounty Bay. Bounty Bay is at the base of that, and the burned out hulk of the ship Bounty is about 150 feet off the shore, and you can dive on it. It's not that deep, about 50 feet deep, I think. Whoa. The waves are a little more humped up here because of the shallows around the island. So they're quite short and choppy. We've had the bow disappear from sight a couple of times. The spray and solid water. The Dodger has come in handy, I must say, on this trip. Been many times when we've been happy that it's in place here. Right now is a good example. Wouldn't be able to take these shots up here with all this spray unless I was behind this Dodger. Well, along with the high waves and choppy waves that are caused by the shallow water here, we're also getting a Venturi effect for the wind going by the land. So it's quite a challenge to get any video at all here. really hard moving around down there, especially the floor gets a little bit of salt water on it and it gets really slippery. Carol just went for a header and slid underneath the heater. I think you banged your head on the floor, didn't you?
No, I banged it on this
Oh dear.
as I was going down.
Okay, just lean back against the thing, or whatever. Okay.